Alright, Pisces, let's get into your collective reading here. Now this is going to be a collective reading for any and all Pisces placements. So if you are aware of what a birth chart is and you understand your birth chart, you may have Pisces in your chart, and you could have a little bit of advice, message, whatever you can get out of this. There may be something that resonates. That is for you to watch and figure out what resonates and what doesn't, because you should only take what resonates and leave the rest. If you feel like something sounds like a little too woo-woo delusional, it probably is. It's probably something that's not for you. Because, well, there's a bunch of people that will be like, hey, this is for you. This may not be. And you could be a Pisces. Your sun sign could be Pisces. And you could just, this could be for other people right now. Or just other aspects of yourself. You never know. We all have different parts of ourselves. Someone mentioned in chat that they were woken up by their father at 6 a.m. to get their dog out of the crate. We had to take him out. Either way, we're all up early right now. Hello? Even the cards. Card said, girl, what are we doing up this early? I said, I have readings to do and a life to live. And I would like to provide a schedule for just today. Doesn't have to be every day. I had to shuffle those cards for just a second. So we're gonna we're gonna pull 3 main cards, and then we're gonna clarify those 3 cards with a second tarot deck. And let's get right into clear, honest message for Pisces. What do they need to hear? Page of Pentacles kind of coming out like sideways here. All I'm gonna say is anyone who woke up early with me, we're gonna need some beauty rest, okay? We're gonna need some beauty sleep. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Hello. Knight of Wands with Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay, now the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands have a silly little relationship, in my opinion. I've noticed this a lot in my tarot decks, where when the Knight of Wands gets really fiery, it can either be one of 2 things. Either you're too fiery, or you need the too fiery, or, sorry to flip you off, you kind of need this energy. Like, to do that to somebody, kind of a thing. Excuse my French. The Knight of Wands with the Knight of Swords gives me that energy, because the Knight of Swords, reversed specifically, is always like, we're either being too cutthroat, or we're sitting in this idea planning stage for far too long that we're not moving. And it's like either you're not moving or being too cutthroat with your decisions and moving too quickly on things. And there's a sense of, I always see this one or the other kind of a thing with the Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords, so it's interesting how they kind of came out like that. Because right off the bat, I feel like the Knight of Wands for Pisces here wants to pursue something, and the Knight of Swords is this, like, fiery energy of the mind that keeps us in planning stages for too long, but you know not to stick in it for too long because you have things to experience here. If we will focus. Hello? Focus for me. Sorry if I'm like flashbanging you here. I'm surprised this says Page of Pentacles. Because the Pentacles cards are technically shields. But they're still pentacles, technically. Here, let's show you all the cards here. For anyone who's curious. You have a fiery energy about how passionate you feel when you're in this planning stage. And that feels like really energetical for you. It's almost like someone loves just sitting there and planning things, which is fine. That's something that is really fun and can be fun to do, but I feel like there's a giant like pull to kind of shift your direction. Not elsewhere in the, oh, you gotta stop everything you're doing. There's parts of a plan that haven't had proper time to pursue execution of this task, this idea, this plan. You involve yourself in such a way that's like, I think you would love to be almost like an event planner. Like, you would love for people to hire you as a job to, like, plan things. I don't know if that's, like, someone's, like, dream job, but it's more of an example of, like, if you could have a job where you could just plan shit, whatever it is that you would like to plan. Because there's a project that's, like, real fiery and passionate, and it's a big, giant part of you, and you've made it a big, giant part of your life. And that's the energy of the Pentacles card. It's something that we've held on to for, like, years and years and years. And no matter how small that shield is compared to, like, how much we grow, if it's still a strong shield that can still hold its own, per se, there's nothing wrong with using it. Using it until it wears and tears, because I feel like this is where it enters a shifting of stages, like maturing, moving on to the bigger shield kind of a thing. Because I can't stop looking at that Page of Pentacles shield, and it's a pentacle in tarot usually is depicted as like long-term experiences, events, knowledge, wisdom, like different things of strength and weaknesses, and just understanding what our strengths and weaknesses are. All of, like, think of like a whole year. The Page of Pentacles gives me the shorter energy of a whole year. It's still a lot of time, and we all grow 1 year older, but there is this sense of, I think for you, Pisces, you want to explore, like, more than that. Like, there's more of the long term that's wanting to be explored, and I think this is where, when we get into the long term of our responsibilities, the Two of Wands really shows you bringing literal 2 and 2 together to create a plan of longevity and balance. And it's something that is sustainable. It's why it has longevity. There's sustainability is so important, and I think right now for you, Pisces, and listen, I've met some Pisces in my life that have been like, hey, I don't care if you think I'm an asshole, we're not doing it the way you want to do it, and we're only doing it the way I want to do it because it's going to be beneficial not only for me, but for everyone here, and it's going to be beneficial for 10 days down the road. and we're doing it that way. There's like, you literally aren't taking no for an answer. There's just, I'm doing this with or without you because I'm gonna make it easier on myself. Because this is something that's not just for you. It is building a plan for, like, an area, and I want to say not just like a platform or foundation, but just like a space of, I don't know why the words vulnerability came up. If you're providing a space of strength for other people to build sustainable and long-term plans, because that's the plan that you like to build, is sustainable long-term plans. That's why event planning, I was saying that event planning may be fun for you or whoever I'm speaking to. Because there's just joy in watching people grow off of the tools that you gave them. You didn't even like really show them how. You said, "Oh yeah, here's the tools, and then here's some space for it, and go at it. Do what you ever want. Do what you want to do. Here are my boundaries," kind of a thing. And it's like, just be respectful, simple, like common courtesy rules, and watching people build and create these beautiful things in their life, whether it's pursuing different things or creating different, like, literal, like, art pieces, or even just, hey, I want to go to college kind of a thing, or I don't want to go to college, or I want to go to a art school, or some other kind of, like, tech school, or a trade school kind of a thing. Like, there's small moments in our lives that can still seem big. And I think it's not discrediting them, and you give a space where you don't discredit people's shit, you know? Like, that's where you give a space of vulnerability, because to build a true sense of strength, you need to provide a space of vulnerability. This is like, I just see you as this person in the hood, just like planning all of this with that paper. Ooh, I actually recognize the runes on here. Runes are so hard to remember, especially with rune staves and binds, and there's a lot I'm learning at once. I believe one's obviously the rune of, like, rhythm and music and movement, because you can think of rhythm as, like, actual just music, but I think it's, I think this is the actual rune where we get the word radio from, because it's pronounced radio or something like that. And it's spelled like radio. And the first key word it provides is rhythm and movement, but movement is the most important part of that. And the other rune here is just a simple rune of abundance that I usually see that most people, obviously a lot of people always want to bring abundance into their lives, so the other rune on this card I recognize as the abundance rune. And it's that, like, simple explanation of movement towards abundance, but it's this sustainability that you are striving for, and that is the key factor. And I think the thing that is shifting is just thinking about all of this and then actually doing it. Some of you are like, I'm not going to take no for an answer, and then you don't actually, like, speak up kind of a thing. Or there's maybe, like, a kind of okay time to speak up, but you didn't really take it because it didn't feel like the right time, so you haven't really spoken up yet of, like, hey, this is how things should be done. It doesn't have to be spoken up to other people, because I want always anyone to think, if you can't think of people in this scenario, there is another person to look at, and I think we all know who, and if you're not sure, it's gotta look at yourself, okay? So people could be different parts of ourselves, and I want to explain that in the sense of, anytime I say people, I could be talking about different parts of yourselves, or different memories in a sense when it comes to people and just memories. and how our brain can hold on to memories. I'm just at least broadening how these readings can be interpreted based off of just like certain things that I say. I can't say it in all of the different like terms, phrases, words that you need me to say it in, kind of a thing. So I at least explain myself in the sense of when I say people, you could also see it as this. So don't discredit that. And I don't think you are. The Pisces here, the true Pisces I'm speaking to. Page of Pentacles. This is up here. This doesn't say it's the page, but the princess cards I see as a page. So we have the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Page of Pentacles. This has been happening a lot in my readings. So, if I pull from 2 different decks and I'm getting the same exact cards, and you're sitting here like, nah, this is bullshit. This tarot reader must have done something to those cards. I would literally let you buy a whole new tarot deck for me. I'd open it and I could do the same thing probably. I don't care if people don't believe me, because if you don't believe me, you should just not waste your time watching my stream and like live your life. Kind of a thing. I don't mind if you don't believe me. But for anyone that does, I've been reading for like 4 years now. Yeah, I've been reading tarot for 4 years. This shit still kind of gets to me. As like, oh, okay. Alright, that happened. Uh-huh. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. 4 of Wands reversed. This is clarifying the past energy in the spread here. And I think you see what is for you, what is balance, what is actually like the thing you want to pursue, the 4 of Wands here. But the 10 Wands is always like such a rough energy to get through. It's like a burden of entry. I want to like say this in a very specific way, because I think this has to do with a type of energy that's like, I want to do this with my life, and I want to do this, and this is how it should be done, or at least like people should have the space to do this, so I'm gonna build that space. And then you see all of the work and responsibilities that there are to follow and pursue your dreams. And that's where it feels like a burden of entry, because you're like, oh, I gotta bear these responsibilities to get through to this happiness. And I think there is a lot of observation. So you are and have been, I think, collectively like gathering information around you to pursue these natural habits in responsibility. Because when we can provide a habit for something that we need to like be responsible for as adults, it's providing us with a sense of not only consistency in productivity in our lives, because sometimes we just need that, and we just need to feel productive to like be like, I did something today, even if it was just fucking laundry or the dishes or whatever. Ooh. There's a burden of entry to how you would like to desire your responsibilities. And it's kind of similar to what I was like going into of desiring your responsibilities. It was a weird phrasing I kind of got in my head. Excuse the beeping. That is the dryer right now. Actually, I should probably put more time on it, but I'm gonna do that after this reading. This is the, like, you want responsibilities to feel like a habit that is just almost like breathing. But it also becomes, like, a desirable task. Like, I think the hardest part about taking care of ourselves as human beings is the desire to take care of ourselves, because there's so many other things in our lives that put stress and weight on us. And I think the burden of entry is that, damn, I really gotta find some fun in washing the damn dishes and doing laundry. Or not even find fun, but, like, have, like, a desire to do it and not... I think you're shifting out of, I gotta do laundry all the time, to, okay, we gotta do laundry, let's just get it done. Like, those are two very different mentalities to have, and it gets your task done very differently. So I think if you treat it differently, you're gonna get it done a lot quicker and consistently. And I think this is the path that's providing a lot of, like, passionate, like, fire underneath you that is, like, getting you out of this planning stage and into this idea, or, like, this pursuing your ideas into action stage. Because one thing any spiritual person, like, real spiritual person, knows about manifestation is it ain't just an idea. Like, you can sit there and, like, all right, yep, good things are not only... You don't say good things are coming towards me. It's like, oh, I love this story. Someone actually manifested an espresso machine because they were just trying to see if they could do it. They were like, we really wanted one, her and her partner. I forget who, but it was just like a couple wanting an espresso machine, and the woman wanted to just try and manifest it because they were moving and they had to save money, and so they couldn't actually buy one of those really nice ones, and they wanted one of those really nice ones. So she sat there, and when she would tell people that she would before, she said, oh, I really want an espresso machine, I just really would want one. Like, that's how she would phrase it to people. And then she started saying, when people would, like, ask her about it, or they would talk about coffee, and they would just bring up the espresso machine, she would talk about it in a way that's, oh yeah, no, I have one on the way. Like, I have one that's coming. It'll be here soon, kind of a thing. Like, I have one. I have one on the way. And it's like, I forget exactly how she worded it, because there was one extra word, I think, that was in there that was important. I forget, because I don't even know what to, like, look up to find that. It was, like, some random video I found on one of my social medias that I doom scroll on. But she kept telling people, no, yeah, like, one's on the way. I already got one. It's just still, like, on the way. She didn't say it's getting, like, shipped or delivered. She just said it's on the way. And that inherently is, okay, it's on the way. And then she went about her day. Oh, okay, she moved. She had to go handle the move, do all of the responsibilities of a move, focus on that. Oh yeah, friend. Oh, the espresso machine. Oh yeah, no, one's on the way. On the way. Oh no, I don't need any more help with moving. Thanks though. And you move on with your life. This is the action that sometimes people kind of forget that is taking place in manifestation. We sit and we let that manifestation brew, and we go live our lives. And then sometimes, oh hey, maybe I can save some money aside for not just the espresso machine, but just like maybe extra things and trinkets for the espresso machine or something like that. Like maybe if you want to organize a little coffee station or something, like you're looking into like saving money for that. But the idea and how you are believing in this manifestation is, oh yeah, I don't know how one is on the way, but one is on the way to her. And at some point during her move, she had something she wanted to get rid of. She's like, oh, I don't need this, like, a printer anymore. It was, like, some, like, fancy, not fancy, but it was, like, a nice printer. I want to say it was something large and expensive, like a printer. And there was somebody literally giving an espresso machine away. And she traded something like a printer for an espresso machine. Or she just got it for free from somebody. And all I'm going to say is when you truly think about manifestation working in that way for you, just try it out. Oh, that thing I want to do? That thing I'm pursuing? Oh, yeah, no, I'm doing it. I'm actively doing it. I just got some other shit going on right now. Like, I just got my priorities in check. And that makes some people who are some non-believers, some doubters, shut the fuck up a little bit. Because, do they really have their priorities straight if they're sitting here doubting on your beliefs of your dreams? I don't think they got all their priorities straight. Two of Wands. What do we got? What do we got going? Ten of Pentacles. Literally, like, just, I want to say holding and supporting the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, which gives me this sense of you truly are trying to find 10 can be like a lot of secure stability, like something that is like, this is 100% secure. It's not just a foundation. Like, this is a whole house with like 4 walls, a roof, a couple rooms, a bathroom, like the whole kit and caboodle kind of stability. Like, there's an energy in this that's providing you to get yourself through this priority burden of entry. Why is that? What is of priority? I think that's the big thing maybe being expanded here and learned. That's wild. Oh shit, okay. Those last 2 cards on the bottom were like slipping. I was like, what the fuck's going on? This deck's being funky. Alright, well, we'll get to it. So, clarifying the 2 of Wands, we have 10 of Pentacles coming out sideways. I'm going to leave it upright so... Oh, excuse me, so you guys can see it. 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Star. You've provided a lot of knowledgeable healing for the path that you not only have provided for yourself, but provided a path that is a pursuement, what am I trying to say? Pursuement? I lost the words. What were you trying to say? What's the word? Is it a word I don't know? Is that why that I don't know what's being told to me in my brain? There is a pursuit of happiness. No, there is another word, but they will come to me at some point. I think 2 words were overlapping each other because I was trying to think of the one word. If only y'all knew, like, if I could, like, put, like, a freaking, like, Cyberpunk 2077 USB in my head and, like, explain to you, like, how I received these words.
It is like a brain game, like a brain puzzle every single time. But it's kind of fun. So I like it. Uh, I'm a nerd. Anyway, you provide a lot of sense of knowledge for yourself that provides so much openness to healing that I think you don't understand how beneficial it is for other people when you are genuinely just living your own life. Because I think the things that you do not only provide a space for people, but like there is a moment I think uh people perceive other people just living their life, having enjoyment in their life, even through all of just the ups and downs, mediocres, okays, yeah, this is alright, not so bad kind of moments. There is something admirable in that, and people are drawn towards it. Like, there's always this energy of people love seeing other people being confident in themselves in their lives. It happens when with social media all the time, like the aesthetic Instagram like videos of whatever they're talking about, or restocking, or their aesthetic haul, and like people can do that. You can have freedom of expression. I think there's an idea of you are the one for the real ones. It feels like there's an energy of Pisces is that energy of people are drawn to you and are inspired by you, silently inspired by you, to because you have a silent strength. And I feel like this is important to talk about because silent strength in people is so important. The Empress, I think, is a big example of a silent strength because we usually forget the Empress ain't just sitting up there on her throne. And she ain't have no one make all of these fancy little trinkets for her. She built, created, and planted every seed to create every creation around her. Him, her, they, them, whatever you are, whoever you want to be, whoever you choose to be, I genuinely am just talking to a human being here. So I believe I give me a second. Also, cheers. Pisces, I want you to know that each tarot deck has a zodiac, or not tarot, yeah, tarot deck. Each tarot deck has zodiac signs that are associated with certain cards. And Pisces, this is your card. Hold on. Is it? What's Pisces card? Is this Pisces or Aquarius? I have a quick reference. I'm getting the symbols not confused. I have a little quick reference thing. I don't know where my giant book went. There we go. Hold on, it's in one of these. Because now I'm forgetting and it's throwing me off. Oh no, I put that somewhere else. Dang it. I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's the Pisces card in the tarot deck. And now I'm like, hold on. It's the major arcana. That's the sun. I'm sitting here as like it's bothering me and now I need to know because I don't want the reading to get misconstrued. So I'm kind of doing this for you. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. But okay. That is strange, but okay. Pisces and Aquarius, I think y'all about to have some real similar readings. That's all I'm about to say. The moon is the Pisces card. See, they have the symbols. That was throwing me off because I was like, where was the Pisces symbol? Every card in this specific tarot deck has the zodiac sign symbol on it. Excuse me. So I was like sitting here, I was like, wait, this is Pisces. This still could be you in the tarot read. I just got mixed up and thought that was your card. It's still your energy, but I thought it was your card and I was getting excited because I was like, oh my god, I'm getting this energy of like, you should believe yourself in the things that you say. It's not like walking your talk, because I feel like you do that already, but I feel like there's an extra talk that you need to walk that has been a deep inner, like, journey for you. And I think whether you have been telling people about all of this stuff inside of you, all of these plans in this scroll here, all of this is straight up movement towards abundance. Don't worry about the direction of the runes. I'm more or less focused on the order that they're in because I'm reading them left to right, and it is the rune of movement next to the rune of abundance. And it's funny how it's the rune of abundance is backwards here, and I think it's understanding. Ooh, you are literally looking at all of yourself, all of your plans, your accomplishments, the things you have accomplished, are accomplishing, and want to accomplish in the future. You're looking at all of these sustainability ideas, like from all sorts of angles. Like, I'm like, oh, well, like, from that guy's perspective, everything's, like, upside down. But that's how you can see, oh, maybe there's actually some weakness in this foundation. We can provide some more support to it. Or maybe there's some other thing that's, like, could be a bit better or stronger, or maybe it's not as balanced as it could be. Like, there's so much knowledge and information that you can gain when you look at something from all angles, and I think this is where, as much as you can look at something from all angles, there is action that is needed, because the star always reminds us that we are the ones to provide ourselves with our own sense of healing. But for you, there's something more than just that. The star is just interesting because it's coming out in a way that feels this, like, I always see the star card as a lot of its descriptions, which there is usually a female in the card pouring water, and the waters are essentially supposed to be these, like, miracle waters of life that will, like, heal any wounds in an instant sort of thing. And it's that action of actually, like, scooping the water out and pouring it on your wounds. And, like, being the one to provide this silent sense of, like, healing and silent space of healing. And this is that silent strength of the Empress of, she didn't say that she was gonna build all these fancy trinkets here. She just did it. Oh, what? You do all this, Pisces? Yeah, I did all this. I just do this in my free time. I just really like doing it. You think this is cool? They're like, this is more than just cool. This is badass kind of a thing. Like, there's people like really just like, holy shit, that is some dope fucking thing you made there. That is a cool thing. Whether you got, you made, you pursued, or oh shit, that's pretty fucking awesome. Or like they're just like kind of like that's awesome for you if they like hear you talk about it or hear somebody like mention it in a conversation. And I think I want you to know that people think about Pisces in this silent strength energy. This could just be a part of your life, or this could just be a lot of different aspects in your life where being perceived as someone who has a silent sense of strength, which is just a humble strength in their life, you essentially are fueling your own fire. When you perceive yourself as being the thing that you choose that you want to be, that you're like, I really want to be this and I am this. Pursuing who you want to be and then perceiving yourself doing that thing is allowing yourself to fuel the fire to drive yourself into this passion even more. Clarifying the Knight of Wands is the Princess of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. Very, very intriguing energies here. I feel the need to explain and allow you to understand the energy of the Hierophant, Pisces. The Hierophant is all about commitment, but it's not just commitment in how, oh, I'm gonna stay committed and consistent about this thing. No, I'm gonna stay committed in doing what is of priority every day. I'm staying committed in educating myself in new ways that could either be more convenient or just something better. Or even just newer knowledge that we gain throughout the years of just being humans. There's always something new to learn in life, I feel. And the Ace of Wands is that spark. Like, there's this initial moment that's like, oh, I am really, like, wanting to pursue this now. Like, I'm really, like, passionate about it. And you feel this kick and this fire in you right when you start committing to it, right when you start pursuing it. And I think this is the most important part for you, Pisces, because this allows you to provide the balance of, I have my idea, I put it into action. I have an idea, I put it into action. Any idea, even if it's the simple one of, I have these priorities, I've completed these priorities, or I've taken care of them, and whatever needs to be taken care of. I feel the need to let you know that movement, intuitive and balanced movement, it doesn't have to necessarily feel intuitive, because for anyone who's spiritual, you would understand that. For anyone who's not spiritual, or not too that spiritual, knowledgeable on the spiritual topics, you providing and living a balanced life that is getting your sleep, drinking your water, and just making sure that you're eating enough nutrients. It doesn't matter when you eat or how you eat, just make sure you at least get like veggies, like a fruit, protein, and then some carbs. If you, for anyone, just a little bit of knowledge, for anyone who is doing a lot of cardio, carbs are your best friend, okay? Carbs are a cardio person's best friend because they're the thing that actually refills you back up after doing a lot of cardio and like calisthenics and stuff like that. I think that's how you say it. And it's the main thing that you burn when you are doing cardio. So carbs aren't all bad. It's just making sure that you're like, oh, I had a lot of carbs today. Maybe I should have some protein. And then maybe you actually feel your body has a little more energy in the day. So it's like that conscious, balanced life that is in the little things that you do. Like, let's say your passion makes you get up at 6 in the morning every day, kind of a thing. Okay, what can help you get up at 6 in the morning every day? If it's something that feels a little unorthodox to the average person, who cares? As long as it's healthy and it gets you up and you're not hurting yourself or anyone else around you, I do not care. If it gets you up, it gets you up, and that gets you moving and grooving into this new beginning. The Fool card always talks about how the Fool is us as human beings. We are the Fool. And it can seem kind of silly to call it the Fool and call ourselves a fool, but it's something that reminds us of we may not know everything about this new beginning, but we know that we're going to pursue it with our whole heart. And the Fool card may not always represent that, but that's what it's representing right now for you, Pisces. You have a spirit about you that's truly inspiring to others and inspiring to yourself, and I want you to think that is not delusional for 1 second to be inspired by yourself, because that's the whole point in how you truly desire to maintain this consistency. Like, you want to fall in love with the things of priority and have a passion towards these responsibilities, because it's hard. Like, there's a lot of fucking shit we gotta do as adults and just in adulting in general, and I'm only 25, and I know for damn sure that there's a lot more that comes with age. Every year there's probably something new I gotta learn. With adulting, I always expect it. And I think that's the thing, it's like, it's never going to stop responsibility. So having a balanced, like, passion towards getting things done, that I think is going to provide you with a lot of even silent strength within yourself, which provides a lot of extra energy reserves. I feel like you're trying to reserve a lot of energy, so don't be afraid to rest when you need to rest, or just if it's something simple of like jamming out when you want to jam out to just release some energy. That's that energy reserve that you're kind of building. You are building these little reserves to, okay, then I'm going to use this energy to get these responsibilities that are not so fun, but we all got to do them when we're adults, kind of a thing. Like, this is very adult-y kind of reading here, so I think I'm going to leave you with that, because that is the only thing, is getting over the burden of responsibility, the burden of priority, and the burden of getting the fuck over it, because it's like, it bothers you when it's just sitting there not being done, but goddamn, no one likes doing laundry or the dishes every single day, but we always use clothes and dishes every single day, so there needs to be some kind of, how can we reserve our energy in order to make responsibilities a bit easier, because then that gives you more energy to actually provide more commitment towards these passions. The Princess of Wands, which is also another page card, is this youthful energy, someone who has a lot of like, hey, I have a lot of knowledge, and maybe even like I'm a small like prodigy, like you have a lot of skills or strengths in areas that the average person may not have those skills and strengths in those areas. But the experience in commitment that's where it's like lacking, because life can be very hectic and provide us with a very busy lifestyle that can make us lack on the commitments that we truly desire and we're truly passionate about, which could be like our dreams, the dreams that you want to pursue, or just the small things that you desire to pursue, like within these next 5 years. It doesn't have to be a 20-year plan kind of a thing. Like some people can be thinking 20 years ahead. You can be thinking 5 years ahead. There's a lot of long-term thinking, but it doesn't got to be insanely long-term. It's like, think of the next 2 years. Or even just think of the next year, like from now to August 2025. And I think these perspectives that just of you observing on not only these chunks of time, but how you balance yourself in these certain, it's like almost like scheduling how you balance yourself, but you don't always have to schedule it. It's just understanding how much time you have and knowing that you're never running out of time. There's never like a deadline to the universe is like, oh, here's the deadline for your dreams. Maybe in life, but I don't think the universe is saying that. I feel like there's always a way to get the thing we truly dream of one way or another. It just is never going to look like how we ever thought it was. Because it's like the dreams you had when you were a kid are definitely not the dreams you had now. And I think maybe even understanding and accepting that is going to provide a sense of happiness and fire in pursuing this commitment towards yourself and responsibility, and letting your manifestations be, hey, my manifestations, they're on their way. I got shit to do though. I gotta get to work. So while the manifestations are coming in and they're on their way, I'm gonna go do this while I wait, kind of a thing. So I think that is all I have for you, because you heard it here first, folks. Kind of a feeling like that's all I got for you. And that's all, folks. Thank you for letting me read your cards. This was really, really intriguing reading, and I'm very very hopeful for you, Pisces, because I feel like you are very hopeful for yourself. So don't doubt it. This was actually just like a heartwarming reading as well. Don't be afraid of yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You have a lot maybe that you want to prove to yourself, but you don't have to prove it to anyone right now. I think there's just a doing. Some people just like, you don't gotta prove anything, just do it. Just go. I want to say who cares, but I know you do, Pisces. You care. No matter how much you say you don't, you care about the people you love and the things you love, so don't doubt that. But that is all I have for you, so thank you for watching. If you're watching live on Twitch, we're not ending yet, but this is being recorded for YouTube in the future time, and or for the future times, and that is all I have for you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.